Someone sends you a message. You clearly don't understand this. You begin typing the perfect reply. Each sentence gets sharper. An hour disappears. Maybe you are right. But the first test of judgment is not whether you can answer. It is whether this exchange can still produce information, coordination, or repair, or whether the reply is only defending the image of being intelligent. In a 2008 paper, Stanovich and West found that many classic thinking biases were uncorrelated with cognitive ability across 7 studies, while a further experiment found relationships for several other tasks. The result was mixed, not anti-intelligence. Cognitive ability and good judgment matter, but they are not interchangeable. A powerful mind can still protect a bad decision. So these are not 16 signs of a genius. They are 16 habits, organized into 4 systems: attention, time horizon, updating, and leverage. Each habit is useful only when you can name what it protects, what would change it, and how it can fail. First, choose the purpose of an exchange before choosing the answer. If a conversation can still update, coordinate, or repair something, enter it. If it can only host a performance, silence may protect attention. Necessary disagreement and accountability still deserve a voice. Second, separate competence from display. Knowing something does not require proving it in every room. Restraint can protect timing and trust, but it is not deception, false modesty, or a rule to stay quiet when the stakes require clarity. Third, install an accuracy checkpoint. 4 survey experiments and a Twitter field experiment found that shifting attention toward accuracy improved the quality of subsequent news sharing in the studied settings. Before information moves through you, ask, what must be verified first? Fourth, make availability intentional. Protecting focus means setting clear times and limits. Manufacturing scarcity means withholding access to inflate your value. One is a boundary, the other is a status game. Fifth, delay only when the future reward is credible. In one small experiment, children waited much longer after an experimenter first behaved reliably. A pre-registered follow-up of 702 people later found that preschool marshmallow test performance did not strongly predict adult functioning. Waiting is not virtue by itself. Ask whether the terms are stable and the future is still worth the present cost. Sixth, use a future-facing review rule. Sunk cost research shows that prior investments of money, effort, or time can pull people toward continuation. Ask, if I had not already invested, would the remaining cost and expected value still justify continuing? The question permits persistence. It does not command quitting. Seventh, price time without worshiping productivity. Time is a real cost, but rest, care, play, and recovery have value that a fake hourly rate cannot capture. Use time-cost language only when there is a real trade-off. Eighth, build cues around effective actions. Studies of implementation intentions found that linking a workable action to a specific opportunity helped initiation in the studied tasks. Diary research also tied habitual behavior to stable contexts. Replace "be more disciplined" with one effective action, one cue, and a context you can actually repeat. Ninth, turn failure into a review. In 5 constrained studies, people learned less from personal failure feedback than success feedback. Failure did not teach automatically. Record what you predicted, what happened, and what should change next. That review is an editorial practice, not a guarantee that every loss contains a hidden gift. 10th, consider one live opposite. In 2 social judgment experiments, a consider the opposite instruction reduced specific biases. Ask, what would this evidence look like if my preferred explanation were wrong? Inversion is a test, not a command to become contrarian. 11th, state what could change your mind. Research defines intellectual humility around recognizing that your beliefs may be wrong. In 4 studies, people higher on the researcher's measure were more attentive to argument strength and less condemning of attitude change. Humility is a revision rule, not proof that you are correct. 12th, describe behavior before inferring motive. They missed 2 deadlines is observable. They do not respect me is an interpretation. Motives may matter, but good judgment keeps behavior, effect, and inference on separate lines. 13th, offload memory, not verification. In short-term memory experiments, people used external storage in relation to task load and perceived capacity, but sometimes gained no observable performance benefit. Notes, calendars, and tools can hold information. They cannot decide whether it is true or still relevant. 14th, build systems with audit points. A useful process needs a trigger, an effective default, an exception path, and a review. Without review, a system does not remove error. It can repeat error more efficiently. 15th, build reciprocal knowledge networks. In a memory study of people in dating relationships, natural pairs showed advantages under one task structure. The narrow lesson is not that people are assets. It is that cooperation can include knowing who remembers, notices, or understands what, and sharing responsibility for checking it. 16th, schedule revision, not permanent self-optimization. Some commitments need updating, others need enough stability to compound. Rest is not stagnation, and changing everything is not growth. You can audit any of these habits with 4 questions. What scarce resource does this protect? Attention, time, optionality, energy, or trust? What observation would make me stop, change, or reverse it? Is it improving the decision, or only improving the appearance of competence? And when could the same habit become avoidance, manipulation, rigidity, or overconfidence? Return to the opening reply. It had no new information, no update condition, and a high attention cost. Its main product was the performance itself. Better judgment does not require passivity, endless doubt, or pretending not to know. It requires a reason for the response, a condition for revising it, and a cost you are willing to pay. The intelligence you can see produces the answer. The intelligence you cannot see decides whether that answer deserves a life outside your head.